So this is what I'm kind of replacing. It's an old mount field, it's 10 years old. It's got a lot of faults on it, but the other reason is I haven't got quite as much lawn as I used to have because we've built a few things. Subscribe to Alex Builds, this channel, and you can see what. But also I've got a lot of slopes and this thing cannot go up sideways on the slope, so I thought, would a large rotary do the job? I've had this Toro Timemaster 1000 for about 2-3 weeks now. I've got used to it. Is it right for you? I'll give you 4 reasons. 4 good, 4 not so good.
Normally you get 2 bars to pull down, one for propulsion, one for blades. This has got a push down for propulsion and it feels really natural. It's a big mower and you might want to store it somewhere small like a shed, so you've got a quick release to get the power up. Other models you have to unscrew things. I like this feature. Another simple thing, not exclusive to this model, is that when you disengage the blade and let go of everything, the engine stays on, so you can empty the grass collector or do what you want without having to be yanking away at the engine start cord each time. Just saves you a bit of time and effort.
This is why you're buying it.
Yep, so saves you a lot of time over the ground. Now onto the bad things. First of all, the fuel tank. It's really small. It's got this sponge in it to distribute the fuel, that's fine, but the overall capacity is no good. I do seem to be filling it up all the time.
Now this blade is within a millimetre of this here, and this bit of metal, well, it's often catching. And you can hear it hitting. I've had to hit this several times with a hammer now to get it back in. So I don't know if that's a design fault or if that's a build fault. Either way, I don't feel I should be hammering a 2-week-old lawnmower with a hammer. So this has happened again. This blade is catching on here. So this plate here I think is to protect. But the thing is, I literally just went over a bit of a rough area. I have clearly caught something. And there is the outcome. That should not be doing that. I mean, admittedly, if I smashed into something, a stump or something, but I did not. So this is something that's becoming quite annoying. I'm now going to have to bash that back out. I don't think I should be having to do that.
Now I've deliberately selected a bit of longer, but not that long, grass. I mean, you can really hear it struggling. The thing is, you wouldn't have got that on a ride-on. A ride-on would have gone over that no problem. And of course, on a ride-on, you can have a far larger engine because it can cope with the weight. So this is where really, if you're getting into doing longer stuff like this, not sure this is the right bit of kit for you.
So this is the other thing I don't like, is that I think it's because it's got such a large deck and a bit of power. Normally being a ride-on, it's really flicking out and throwing out a lot of waste. I've just been smashed in the leg here by a stick. So again, you know, I can put boots on. I maybe shouldn't be wearing trainers, but I'm not used to having to wear protective equipment just to mow the lawn. So the grass collector's okay. It's got quite a good capacity. Now when it's like this, pretty easy to empty, right? You've got a strap on the back you can hold on to. When it's really full though, and there's no indication on it that it is that full, you're trying to shake it out and it just gets stuck. It's too full, it's too heavy, and this opening is quite a bit narrower than the overall size. As you can see, it gets larger, so it gets all compacted and you're standing there shaking away, and it's also quite heavy when it's completely full. It's a bit of a pain as well.
So there you have it, the Toro Timemaster. On balance, I really like it and I am pleased with it. But if you're doing rough stuff like paddocks, it's not the right machine for you. If you've got a large, flat, expansive lawn, it's absolutely perfect. For me, I've got a mix and it's in between, so it works well. I'd give it, on balance, an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching the review. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe to the channel, and also you can see me attempt to build a barn on DIY skills. It's quite entertaining. Thanks for watching, see you soon.